Continuing chapter 12, here we're gonna go over another supplier decision, supplier selection method. And this one can use the total cost model as input, but it actually do a more qualitative analysis. So still using some numbers there, but to look at other criteria that are not only cost. Okay. So let's go back to the example. Compton's Electronic has done a total cost analysis for 3 international suppliers. Remember from our last problem, they're considering now more than just the cost, right? So in this example, the total cost is one criteria, but it's quite often that companies have other criteria that they think it's important. For example, if it's the cheapest one but don't deliver on time, well, that will make me have a lot of inventory on hand, and then the cost will actually become higher than the one that I calculated. If the cost is low but you don't have a consistent quality, I'll have a lot of returns and I have to ship it back to you and back and forth, or maybe I'm going to use the component in my products and then my products will have a bad quality. So it's also important to have. So, in order to balance these other elements that are also important into the into a supplier selection model, we establish criterias like this and have a weight of each criteria, right? So the last one here is environmental, which is very important to some companies. They have kind of it environmental sustainability as one of their key points, and they want their supply chain also to think like that, right? So we have here that we have a weight value for each one, so it's not like all of them has the same weight. Some of them have more weight than the other ones. And here we have the 3 suppliers, so Belfast, Hong Kong, and Shreveport, and each one has a score for each criteria. Okay. And what we want to do here is to calculate that weighted value for each supplier. Okay, so the math is pretty simple. I need to multiply the weighted value. So for example, Belfast, the total cost weight is 25, on-time delivery weight is 30, consistent quality 30, environmental 15. So to calculate the score for Belfast is going to be 5, which is the score, times 25 plus 9 times 30 plus 8 times 30 plus 9 times 15, right? And then if I want to calculate for Hong Kong, it's going to be 8 times 25, 6 times 3, 30, sorry, plus 9 times 30 plus 6 9 times 15, right? So that's the math that I have here. So the weighted value times the score plus weighted value times score plus weighted value times score. It gives me the total weighted score for each one of them, right? So in this case, the one that have, which one should I select, right? So I select the one that have more points, so different than the total cost. Now I want the one with the higher score, right? So Belfast is the best supplier here because they have the highest score.